healer. I'm animal naturopath and animal empath. And for the last years, I have been working with animals that carry trauma, some chronic illness, disease, and they also can have emotional pain. And my mission to guide them back into health, freedom, and connect them with nature. My work combines different approaches, holistic, biohacking, and emotion release.
Trauma and health connected in cats.
So basically, there are two main reasons how animals get sick. The first one, they mirror their pet owner's health. And another one, they can have trauma. And trauma shows up in the body as tension, emotional or behavioral issues, or illness or disease. And once you bring, for example, once you bring cat into nature, body releases what mind holds. And I have noticed once the trauma is released, nothing really stops them to go outside. No more fear, no more aggression. They are super energetic and they are curious and they are really willing to go outside. And even after the first few sessions, my clients already told me that their cats showed these signs. And yes, that's unbelievable. Yeah.
Why is nature a key to longevity?
Well, nature is actually one of 6 pillars of my animal pet longevity pyramid theory. And it's even more about energy rather than just simply nature. Because when we speak about nature, we automatically, think about fresh air, fresh water, natural light, and these actually keep cell young. And another point, it's stress. So once we are in nature, stress releases. And stress is number one, cause of all illnesses in humans and in animals as well.
Yeah.
So what I have noticed so far, that animals that go outside, they get healed much easier and faster. So that's a quite natural way, I would say. It's also important in terms of longevity, to be honest. Because what I have noticed so far also with my clients, I have a client that with me already a few years, and so her cat is almost 20 years old. Can you believe? And he works almost 10 kilometers every single day. And he is super energetic. He's so healthy. It's unbelievable. And definitely nature contributes to this factor.
You mentioned hiking, but is hiking only reserved for special cats?
Oh, that's a very good question. So every cat is capable, but not every pet owner is ready. So I have a Scottish Fold that's supposed to be a very lazy, breed, but it's not true because he's going outside with me on a leash. Should think about cats as a live creature. They are not indoor furniture, you know what I mean? They actually have their right to go outside and to be connected with nature. They're healed. It's quite easy to guide them, and they also rediscover their wild instincts. And that's very interesting, to be honest. So actually, every cat can go outside. What I see with my clients, they have different cats, and sometimes not only the one cat at home. Literally, every cat, once it's healed, can go outside.
So is there any program? What are the preparation steps to make sure that the cat is ready to go outside, if any?
Yeah, absolutely. And I would like to start with trust and bond, because it's much more important than preparation. But cat owner should really have tight bond with the cat, because once you go outside, you should see the signs. If your cat is thirsty, hungry, needs a break, and emotional state as well, of course, I will be there to help and to know, to notice the signs. But still, as the pet owner, you should be aware what's going on with your cat. It's a quite tight connection. And also, when we speak about preparation, you should definitely start with a familiar environment for them. So you should start indoor. You can put harness on them, see how they react, but they shouldn't be rushed, because it depends on the cat. Every cat requires different amount to be ready to go outside. Of course, you can use some herbs like Bach flowers that works pretty well to calm them and to prepare. And also diet, to be honest. A balanced natural diet is also important point to consider once you go outside. And people used to believe that it's only for dogs to go outside. And it's so wrong. And what I see, what I feel with my cats, for example, it's literally a healing moment. So once we're both in nature outside, they get more energetic, they're getting more curious. And that's, it's so natural. If you have a look in the past, and you can see, because cats still have the genes of wild cats. And wild cats, they lived in forest, they found the food, meat, and so on. So it's a very natural way.
Yeah.
And once again, they are life creatures. So they were born to be connected with nature.